is Minnesota Makers, and this is Things, People, Places.
What's up, y'all? Welcome. What's up, y'all? This is present day Mike. Welcome to my hotel room. I'm working on editing the episode I did with Minnesota Makers out in Excelsior, and I got to my the intro, and all of my audio is really muffled. I didn't have the windscreen on my mic, and it was really windy out. Everything's really crackly. So to give you a kind of a quick re-synopsis of it, so I was out at Minnesota Makers in Excelsior. It's an artesian goods store of all Minnesota local entrepreneurs. It's over 100 different products, entrepreneurs that these guys have. You need to go check them out. So now we're going to jump back to a couple weeks ago, Mike, and we're going to do our walkthrough with one of the owners. So we're going to head back to the video and do our walkthrough. So,
Hi there. I'm Krista with Minnesota Makers, and welcome to our Excelsior store. We have over 120 artists represented from around the state. A lot of items from different categories. We have jewelry, some kitchen stuff, pint glasses, mugs, towels, all good gift ideas. We've got coasters and body products. Ornament season is upon us. We've got a lot of different candles. Here's our kitchen section. We have a lot of different food products as well as bowls, and we've got our children's section, including books, a lot of gift ideas for babies, a lot of hats. We're working on winter hats right now. Lots of hoodies, t-shirts. Greeting card section, we have the Muddy Mouth cards. Not always safe for work. And then we've got all of our other cards, lots of clean versions. Watercolor and quilling. A lot of different options to choose from. Stickers are by far the most important thing right now. All the kids are using stickers and the adults are too.
I think I get stickers everywhere.
Stickers are super popular. And we've got our agate jewelry. Lake Superior agate, State Stone of Minnesota. These are the Minnesota necklaces made by my husband Jay. He takes the agate, cuts it up in the shape of Minnesota, calls it a Minnestona. Clever and cute.
How'd you get into doing that?
So our kid, was always, when he was younger, finding stones, loving stones.
Yeah.
She was making jewelry. I thought, what's in between? Taking those stones, grinding them, polishing them, shaping them to become jewelry. So I just wanted to get in the game with the kid and the wife. So I started, I bought some, cheapy intro materials.
Yeah.
Started carving, got better stuff, then got good ideas, got better at it, and then all of a sudden this idea came along. I'm like, that's cool, nobody's doing it. I mean, it kind of stunk at first, just like anything you do. And it took about 2-3 years, and I was inventing a lot of procedures to make this.
Yeah.
And making my own way, because there's no, I can't go to YouTube and say, how do I make one of these? I had to figure it out for myself. But it took a few years, but now I'm in 40 plus stores.
Wow.
Handling this. I bring the best stuff to Minnesota Makers, of course.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of fun doing it in the winter months. I can go downstairs into our studio and I grind and cut, for a good couple months, and then make all my materials to have great stuff during the holiday season.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And then he also cuts stones for me, so I do silversmithing. So we get to work together a little bit on some of our stuff. His company is called Beasley & Company. He's out of Elberlee.
What's his name?
Brian Beasley. Gosh, I was just like, that's the connection. Yeah, so he's out of, he is a descendant of Francis Scott Key, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
And he bought the machines that used to sew the boots of soldiers. And so he's selling his leather products. So he's like all American, you know? Like, yeah, we just sold one of his big backpacks today.
Wow.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah. So he's got bags, and we've got little clutch bags over there, and wallets, and he does bracelets, and really beautiful stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, similar. And so it's funny how every once in a while people will come in and they'll be like, "Oh, but it's scuffed or something." No, that's actually where there was an injury. Like that's
You're right.
This is really something different than what you think it is. If you think it's yeah. This is a real thing at one point.
I always like showing one of the other things I really like to try and portray and let people know. I've had people specifically mention it. Is like with all of the weirdness right now with this, show the precautions that stores are taking.
Yeah.
And let them know like
That's safe.
it's still fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got our hand sanitizer, we've got our scooch over, give everybody 6 feet kind of things,
yeah.
masking up. We're doing what we have to do. So this, I don't know if you can see it, but there's all little shapes of Minnesota stuff in there.
Oh,
So there's a
full
hockey
puzzle.
stick, yeah. There's a Prince guitar in there. Yeah, so it's one side is the color and the other side is not.
It's crazy the stuff that people come up with.
I know, it's so fun. And then these are lucid wood. So he's printing on the wood. And then we should probably take a look at the game window. I mean, a friendly game between neighbors, right?
Right.
And then here we've got the basketball. Let's see if we can. Oh, it was close.
Ooh.
Beer pong. It's always fun. Oh, and then we should probably do this guy. I had a kid in earlier, and we had one of the gnomes set up here. And he was trying to get him with the crossbow. This thing will fly.
That's awesome.
No, but nobody gets hurt because it's a ping pong ball.
Right.
Yeah.
If there's somebody local that comes with it, that comes out with a product, and they're interested in kind of trying to get in on something like this, how do they go about doing that?
Absolutely. Well, we're always willing to see what people are making. It's exciting to see if people are making something that we haven't seen before, or if we've seen it before but it's new. It's always fun to see. We ask that artists interested in selling with us send us photos of their work along with pricing and product information to our email address, minnesotamakers@gmail.com. Well, in May of 2015, I was going on sabbatical. I'm a professor, and I had an opportunity brought to me to open a store in a very small space, about 300 square feet in South Minneapolis, and the rent was really cheap. So I thought, why not? So we opened the store with about 35 artists, all Minnesota, locally made artists. And we were there for about a year, built it up to about 65 artists in that tiny little space. And then we wanted to move the store closer to our house, and so we found our location in Robbinsdale. We live in Golden Valley, and the store was about 3 times that size of our small space, so it worked out really nice. Plus it had a maker room, so we were able to have classes. And we were able to expand quite a bit. It didn't take long. We were up to 100 artists.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple years later, we got an opportunity to open in the visitor center downtown Minneapolis on the corner of 5th and Nicollet Mall. And we were there until the beginning of COVID, and then now we've been shut down for a little while, just waiting for things to get back to a little bit of normalcy downtown. Maybe in the spring we'll be reopening there.
Mm-hmm.
And
then in March, we were doing a lot of driving around because there was nothing else to do. And we drove through Excelsior and we noticed that this storefront was open. We came up again in May and saw the storefront was still open, so my wife made a call.
it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
Exactly.
And about 2 weeks later, we signed a lease. So here we are. Lucky number 3. It's exciting to be here. The community is thriving. There's a lot of foot traffic. There's everybody in the community has been super welcoming. Businesses have come over to welcome us to the city. Lots of people out and about. It's been really fun. And between the Robbinsdale store that's still open and this one, we've been doing pretty good. We're able to stay open and keep our businesses alive.
During the holiday season, people find it very important to shop local. Now with our store, it's not only shopping local here, but we have 120 small businesses in our small businesses. So you get the most bang for your buck for travel time, for what you're gonna do. You can't get any of this stuff on Amazon. You can't go to Target to get this. This is only here in Minnesota Makers. It makes a great, easy destination to get your holiday shopping done.
It really does. And we were talking about earlier, I feel like, you know, outside of maybe a couple other states, and maybe we don't realize it because we're not there, but like the pride behind the state of Minnesota and the stuff that people do and support is, I feel like, is unlike anywhere else.
Right. It is. It is special. I mean, just the shape of our state is by far one of the coolest.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I make this, so I'm intimately connected with that shape. I literally made thousands and thousands of these.
All the time.
But I mean, you know, think about Delaware, boring. Think about all the square states, Wyoming, Colorado. I mean, it's boring. Then there's rectangle states. I mean, it's boring.
Yeah.
You know, New York is kind of that, and then Florida's kind of phallic, and you know, California is a lazy L. You know, it's just they're all boring, man.
Yeah.
But this one has such character to it. Just
It's
beautiful character to this state. Therefore, you know, when you wear it, it's just like, oh, it's recognizable and it's fun.
We have a maker room in our Robbinsdale store, but the maker room here is a little bit bigger. So we've been hosting our new classes since the COVID mandate and guidelines here, because we can spread out and ensure people's social distancing and safety in the classes. We've only been rolling out about 2 to 3 a month, but we're willing to do private parties. So if you have a group, you can certainly contact us that way too.
And pre-COVID, we were doing up to 6 classes a week, and a whole variety of different kind of arts and different teachers coming in. And after a while, we've had fans of just of what we're doing with the classes, whether it be beading,
Painting.
mandala rock painting, leather work, many different kind of classes.
Yeah.
People call us crazy for opening up mid-COVID, but we literally put in triple the work, and we are very passionate about this store and very passionate about representing the artists that are all around this state. So we're pouring our hearts and souls into this place to let the public know about the great and successful artists we do have in the state and what they have to offer. And being in a brand new area just opens those doors up to a whole bunch of brand new people.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really important to us to tell the stories. We love to greet people when they walk in the door. We like to make sure that they know a little bit about the artists and the work that they're looking at. Everything comes with a story, and the story makes it just a little bit more meaningful. The gift that you're giving for that you're buying for somebody, or the thing that you're buying for yourself, now you have a little story that goes with it.
All right, y'all, that is going to wrap today's episode of Things, People, Places at Minnesota Makers out in Excelsior. These guys are some of the coolest people I've ever met, and they have such an awesome concept. Literally doing kind of the store concept of what the point of my channel is, showing off all the awesome, amazing people, places, and things right here in our own backyard. So if you want to check these guys out, I'm going to link all their information in the description below. Head to their store. They got a store here, Robbinsdale. Not yet, or not open right now, but they have one downtown. So be sure to check them out. We are going to be doing a giveaway. Stay tuned on social media. If you like today's content, please hit that like button, hit that red subscribe button. Till next time, catch you on the next one. Bye.